Artificial intelligence is reshaping Europe in ways we're only beginning to understand. From hospital corridors in Berlin to autonomous vehicle testing grounds in Helsinki, AI systems are quietly becoming part of our daily reality. But this transformation isn't happening in a vacuum. It's creating ripple effects that touch everything from how we receive medical care to whether we trust our governments. Let's start with healthcare, where AI integration across Europe tells a fascinating story of promise and caution. The European Commission's recent report from August 2025 reveals that while AI tools are available, their adoption in clinical practice remains surprisingly slow. Nearly half of European radiologists now use AI systems, making radiology the most advanced field. These tools help doctors spot tumors earlier and reduce diagnostic errors. In Belgium and Spain, hospitals are pioneering shared data standards that allow AI systems to communicate seamlessly across different medical networks. But here's where it gets interesting. The same report identifies four major barriers slowing this progress. First, technological challenges around data quality and system compatibility. Second, complex legal frameworks that make doctors hesitant to rely on AI recommendations. Third, organizational resistance within hospitals that have operated the same way for decades. And fourth, cultural barriers where both patients and medical staff question whether machines should make health decisions. Germany, France, and Belgium are leading the charge with structured assessment pathways that evaluate AI tools before they reach patients. Finland, the Netherlands, and Spain are developing national frameworks to ensure AI innovation happens responsibly. The European Health Data Space, which entered force in 2025, promises to accelerate this by providing structured access to health data while maintaining strict privacy protections. Now, let's shift gears to autonomous transport, where ethical considerations become even more complex. The European Commission's expert group on connected and automated vehicles has outlined 20 recommendations that tackle some mind-bending questions. Who's responsible when a self-driving car causes an accident? How do we ensure these vehicles make ethical decisions in split-second situations? Should a car prioritize the safety of its passengers over pedestrians? These aren't just theoretical problems. As autonomous vehicles move from testing phases to real-world deployment, European policymakers are grappling with fundamental questions about responsibility and accountability. The expert group emphasizes that technological progress alone isn't sufficient. We need systematic integration of ethical principles from the very beginning of development. The recommendations focus on creating a culture of responsibility among manufacturers, ensuring transparency in how these systems make decisions, and promoting public participation in shaping how this technology develops. It's about building trust through understanding, not just imposing solutions from above. This brings us to perhaps the most challenging aspect of AI integration, the erosion of public trust in government AI initiatives. Recent surveys reveal a troubling pattern. While people see potential benefits in AI, they're deeply skeptical about government oversight. In the UK, 68% of adults have little confidence in their government's ability to effectively regulate AI. In the US, 63% believe government regulators lack adequate understanding of emerging technologies.
This trust deficit creates a significant challenge for policymakers. People want AI to be regulated, but they don't trust the regulators. They see the potential for surveillance and control, especially when governments partner with AI companies for defense and administrative purposes. The recent $200 million contract between OpenAI and the Pentagon illustrates this tension perfectly. The solution isn't simple, but it's becoming clearer. Successful AI governance requires multi-stakeholder involvement. People want companies, government agencies, universities, ethics groups, and end users all playing roles in setting standards. Codentary regulation, where multiple parties share responsibility, shows the highest public support at 70% globally. Looking at the broader societal impacts of automation, Europe faces unique challenges. McKinsey estimates that about half of current work activities in Europe's 5 largest economies could be automated, affecting 62 million workers and nearly $2 trillion in wages. But this isn't necessarily a job apocalypse scenario. The key lies in how quickly economies can create new types of work to offset displacement. European countries with robust economic growth and innovation ecosystems are better positioned to generate new opportunities. The digital portion of European economies could double in the next decade if companies remain sufficiently innovative. However, there's a real risk that automation could exacerbate income inequality. Higher wage levels in Europe might actually accelerate automation adoption, making it crucial for policymakers to focus on retraining programs and social safety nets. What emerges from this complex landscape is a picture of Europe at a crossroads. AI offers tremendous potential to address aging populations, healthcare challenges, and productivity gaps. But realizing this potential requires more than just technological advancement. It demands careful attention to ethics, transparency, and public trust. The most successful European initiatives share common characteristics. They involve multiple stakeholders from the beginning. They prioritize transparency and explainability in AI systems. They build in robust oversight mechanisms. And they maintain focus on human agency and control. As we move forward, the question isn't whether AI will transform European society, but whether that transformation will reflect European values of democracy, human rights, and social responsibility. The choices made today about AI governance, ethical frameworks, and public participation will shape not just how these technologies develop, but whether they ultimately serve human flourishing or undermine it. The path forward requires balancing innovation with caution, efficiency with equity, and technological capability with human wisdom. Europe's approach to AI integration will likely influence global standards for years to come, making these decisions all the more consequential for our shared future.